Hi, welcome to another edition of Indigenous Bites, and I'm here on a pumpkin field at Jerningham Junction, Canoopia, with the owner of the field, Mr. Pandit Basdev. Mr. Pandit Basdev, thank you so much for having us on this rainy morning. Tell us about all these different types of pumpkin and squash that you grow on your field.
Okay, we have 6 different varieties. I only know the name of 2 because there's new varieties from Caribbean Chemical, so that is why I don't know the rest of the names. The normal one is Chinese squash. That'll be about that. From 10 pound down. Well, you see, this is a new one they have, some kind of bell shape. We have Sweet Mama. That is the only 3 I know.
Okay, so
the rest I don't know the names.
The Chinese squash, the bell one, which is a new variety,
yeah,
and the Sweet Mama. So how long have you been farming?
About 30 years and more.
Okay, and these newer varieties have sort of taken over the traditional pumpkins?
Yeah, the Chinese squash take over everything.
Is there a reason for that?
Well, everybody say cooking better, more dry, more nice.
Is it easier to
and
farm?
Easier to harvest.
Okay, so tell me how long from planting seed to harvesting fruit?
About 2.5 months.
2.5 months. Okay. And does it need a lot of maintenance?
Yes, if you want it to come properly.
You have to spray, and of course.
Of course, you have to fertilize, spray properly.
Make sure you get enough irrigation.
Yeah.
So I see lots of these beautiful yellow flowers. I know squash blossoms are edible. So is that a sign that your pumpkin is coming in? Obviously, when there's a lot of.
Yeah. The more flowers you see, the more pumpkin it's supposed to produce.
Right. Great. Well, thank you so much. Let's head back on there and cook some pumpkin rice. Preparing for you now a delightful pumpkin and rice cook-up, and I'm using some pigeon peas in that. Of course, I've got my aromatics prepped here. I'm going to bring that together with some coconut milk, a little bit of curry powder, and I am using some lagoon rice today, which is indigenous to Trinidad and Tobago. And I'm using here the Phoenix squash. This is what we saw earlier on when we were in the field. It's a new variety, so we're going to see how that's going to cook up. The traditional one we've got over here is the Chinese squash, which everyone is popular with. It's also called peacock squash, and this is a little more dense. And well, I'm accustomed to this. Is one I really love, and we can do lots of different uses for pumpkins, and we're going to see as we go on through the show. So let's get over here now and start putting things together. Adding a little bit of coconut oil into my pot, and of course some garlic. I'm putting my thyme in like that because I love when you burn the thyme in the oil. It really does have a wonderful aroma, and it adds great flavor as well. And in go my aromatics. Just gonna toss this all around in there. It smells amazing already. You always want to make sure that the onions cook really nicely with the peppers so that the sweetness comes out in the onion. Pigeon peas goes in there as well. And then add in my squash. So now I'm just going to add my rice. Okay, so this has got nicely coated with all the aromatics in there. I've got my coconut milk here. I'm going to add a little bit of all-purpose seasoning to my pot. And also I'm adding some curry powder to my coconut milk. And that's going to add a wonderful flavor as well. So this goes into the pot. And just stir that up. Of course, can't forget some salt. Perfect. And I'm adding some cooking margarine to this as well. So we need to just cover this for about 20 minutes and then our cook-up is ready to be enjoyed. This has been simmering for about 20 minutes. And oh gosh, look how gorgeous that is. Of course, lagoon rice tends to be a bit more sticky, and the pumpkin looks beautiful. It's actually held some of its shape there, so it's going to be really lovely because we've got that lovely flavor of the rice, the creaminess of the rice, pigeon peas, and of course a delightful pumpkin as well. So I'm just going to put this over here, and this is ready to be enjoyed.